Nearly 300 undocumented foreign nationals that appeared in court last night are now being detained at the Lindela Repatriation Centre near Krugersdorp, awaiting deportation. Court proceedings for the remaining immigrants continued this morning in the Johannesburg Magistrate's Court. This comes after the arrests that were made last week during raids in the inner city of Joburg. Meanwhile, 5 remaining police officials facing charges ranging from theft, extortion and defeating the ends of justice also made a second appearance in court today to apply for bail. Immigrants were asked to show documentation proving that they're in the country legally. Those who could not were moved to the Lindela Repatriation Centre. Data collected from the proceedings thus far shows that 276 undocumented foreign nationals were ordered to be deported. Of that number, 84 are females, 192 are men. Meanwhile, law enforcement officials have made their return to the dock to resume their bail application. The 3 SABC officials implicated in the matter were granted bail. They include 2 Tactical Response Unit members. Attorneys representing those officers say they're optimistic about the case. The matter for all 5 police officials has been postponed until the end of September. The other 5 officers also arrested will return to court on Monday to apply for bail. Nosipo Mngube was our reporter in court today. She joins me now. Nosipo, good evening. Thanks for coming in tonight. A very busy day in court. Take us through what happened.
A very good evening to you too, Stephen. So today we resumed with the bail application of the 5 policemen that were involved in the raid last week, Wednesday. We had to resume today because yesterday the state still needed to gather the particulars of these policemen as well as the tactical response team. And what we heard today was basically that the 2 tactical response team members were charged with extortion, corruption as well as theft, while the SAPS members were charged with corruption as well as theft.
So what they did, if I understand this correctly, is they conducted this raid. They took custody of the goods belonging to the traders or under the ownership of the traders at the time. And then what happened after that? Did they try to sell them back to the traders?
Well, the SAPS members allegedly tried to resell these counterfeit goods back to the traders, while the tactical response members allegedly tipped off the shopkeepers that were at these raids, telling them that we are about to arrive there, so pack away the counterfeit goods so that you can just safe keep them and police won't have to confiscate any of them.
Wow, so the police were allegedly tipping them off before the raid. I mean, that points to some kind of prior relationship almost between these officers and these shopkeepers.
Well, we're not too certain what the relationship was. We're still going to establish that. The state did say that they're trying to determine what exactly they were trying to get out of this. As we had heard as well today, that they don't earn quite a lot of money, so we can understand why they would go about doing this. They earn ranging from 9,000, 8,000 to 12,000 rands. So this was just a way of them to earn just more money than what they're already currently making.
Okay, so various things still going to go through the process. 5,000 rand bail, it's not a huge amount of money. What was the magistrate's attitude to bail? Why did he grant them bail of that amount?
Well, as you know, that during bail applications, the defense is given enough time to motivate or to explain rather the financial background as well as the family background of the applicants. And during that moment where they were explaining and motivating this to the magistrate, they did mention that they earn this amount of money, and from that money, this is what their responsibilities are, whether it's school fees or bond, whatever the case may be. So that's when the magistrate saw it fit to set that amount at 5,000. One of the SAPS members, we were told, that is volunteering at SAPS and therefore is not making any money. So the defense called for a bail of 1,000 rand, but the magistrate then said, no, that is way too low. We will settle for 2,000 rand. So the one SAPS member has 2,000 rand bail, while the rest were granted 5,000 rand bail.
I mean, a huge amount of attention on this raid last week. As you know, the Gauteng Premier David Makhura was there. He described it as a lockdown. Members of the Joburg City Administration were there as well. Police management, have they spoken about this? I mean, on the face of it, if these charges are proven to be true, it would be a little bit embarrassing. Are these officers going to be suspended, I presume, until their bail application?
Well, interestingly, today we did hear that they haven't been suspended yet. They're still going to be awaiting their disciplinary hearing. So while they appear today, they have not been suspended. We haven't been able to speak to any of the, police officials in managerial positions, rather, to just tell us how they feel about this, or speak to Pop Crew, for instance, as to how they feel about what is happening with the police. But we will hopefully get an opportunity sometime this week just to get a comment from them.
Sipho Mncube, thanks very much indeed for coming in. I really do appreciate it.